over to the Viper.
Side players, Jet, certainly going to be something to keep an eye on throughout this. I suppose really the defensive side, seeing how they temper that aggression. As we heard from Valen, you can definitely see comfort prevailing for this man on this map in particular. Nice nade, nice and deep, slowing it down. Can't follow up on the back of the Tiger, and even a wall wasted to start this one out. But the damage done, it's on the Saya player. He's 16 HP.
Especially as the man somewhat expected to take that space for the team. Being that low on health is not going to help him out, although Munchkin, I believe, does have the heal, and it almost makes me think they might double back towards the A side. The fact that he hasn't rotated anywhere near. Yeah, there you go, the heal instantly being popped. The thing is, though, this does buy a little bit of extra time for those rotations to come through.
I mean, T1 are pretty close and sectioning out a lot of this site. The flash through the wall for Saya player to force a fight. Nijao goes down. The kills going their way for now, as it seems T1 are stabilizing in the post plant. That's when Aya steps up. A quick double, but it's left him on 20 HP. Has to rely on Berlin getting out of the bathroom and finding a leg to stand on with this retake. Currently not spotting any players. They might have heard the jump towards the spawn. There's a tap. Aya now going to be defending him from the crossover halfway already. They need to hurry, and Saya just that.
Things off on this attack side with a pistol win. We always know that this map leans towards that defensive side, although I do wonder if the compositions might make a little bit of difference when it comes to this game. But yeah, I think, now, again, you've got a shorty for Yuiko. I wonder if we're just almost a bait and switch. Berlin, the IGL, taking up the raise. You might be thinking, it doesn't fit within a lot of the rest of his agent pool, but historically, it's his most played.
T1 losing one already. It's going to make you a bit more cautious about how you approach the rest of these engagements, and rightfully so. Yuko up close, shorty in hand, wall protecting him too. Viper might section him out for a moment, but it depends when he makes his way in. He's missed them all! No. T1 getting out of that one scot-free. And a plan to come in now. They have definitely stabilized.
And for the rest as well, it becomes so much more difficult. The cheeky plays you can make off aggression or little pockets of space become a lot tougher when that spike is ticking against you. T1 can just sit back, wait patiently. Good snake bite at least. Makabe is going to land the shot. A quieter game from him in the last, and now Aya with that Sheriff. Again, they've reduced the number.
3 players surviving, can't really complain. Marshall can still get good use out of a round like this if they don't decide to upgrade it completely. It's just that there. It's heartbreaking seeing that.
With Brazil, Japan, and China are definitely starting to get there as well. But for FBX, this is where they look to get back into this match. A buy up, Yuiko taking the early fight. That's one way to get back into the server. 2 heads wiped out almost immediately. And for T1, wow, this was somewhat of a heavier investment. Like, they still have plenty to buy up within the next round, but they have rifles here.
Wave crashing. You can see that they're even looking across the map now individually, trying to find opportunities to take some fights, maybe catch a player on the back foot or the front foot as they get aggressive. But there's no movement. Side of FBX content to sit back, except for over the bathroom. Little pop flash out of Aya, that's what they were waiting for. And that has just crumbled this round, leaving the player who was lurking just moments ago, Munchkin, to try and make this work on his rotate around. And they're already pushed up close. Look at Aya's position. A hard one to clear. He'll check it anyways. Crosshair placement near perfect. But Aya still comes
make sure that they've been sat there waiting for this round. And these are sort of plays you want to see from Yuiko. As said, this composition, although you have the likes of the Harbor Viper set of teammates, but Varaya is actually set up himself a lot of the time.
Very early ulti going through. Of course, you can pick that one back up and have to gain control over there first. Being destroyed inside of Hookah. Reobtainable for sure. Do they want to pressure out? A flash certainly indicates they do, but it's only spams for now. Damage done though. Lighting. Okay, traded back indeed, but just look at the price paid. Lysor down to 45. Man advantage sitting with T1. And the Spike still in a very safe spot. Can TP or just walk away. It's the flash peek, though. That's what they're gambling on, and it's worked out for Lysor. His low HP may be holding him back, but one is good enough, you would have thought.
That's the thing. They were pretty much ready with the anti-flash help from Zeta. The Thrash set up as well to make sure there was no way that final player within the site would be able to hold on. And now for Nichao, a 1v3 clutch on the contact angle, and then the swing is there and count from Yuikor over on the other side of the map. Oh no, it wasn't a peek out. It was just straight spam through a wall. Never mind.
Both were just wild spams. 3-1. And T1 snacking on their opponents right now. Looking good. Always someone to watch with those flashes. He's on the other side of the map to the engagement. Hello, Yuka's looking for someone. Updrafting around, and well, he's being found instead. Saya player dropping and looking for more around the top of the boxes. Oh, and he's up in heaven as well. There's no stopping this man. Mr. Worldwide on the site, but he's being taken down at long last.
It was mentioned comfort. I don't think you can look more comfortable than that. Literally gliding through that A site. Nichao, the thing is, even if he gets this far, there's going to be an instant swing. Trying to find anything more should be impossible. Actually, never mind. It's a little bit disjointed. Looking possible for them as I has managed to find a multi-frag of 3. Zeta in the post plant, though. We know how devastating he's been. The spam through the wall, not quite connecting. The time's fairly far gone, but they'll get it.
Well, all that mayhem was going down on the site, but once he arrived, Saya player's success ceased to be. What an incredible round from this man. A lot of it not even coming down to his utility, just straight up better.
He can blind himself.
Out of
So I'm
my
trying to work out
so.
who flashed him.
Yeah, I think he did.
It's the only thing that makes sense, but yeah, that means he flashed himself, went for a peek, and then got killed for it. It's definitely a blunder by T1. Also him individually. Saya player though, wow. He started that round off with a bang. He's looking to do the same. Viper's Pit out immediately, reckoning alongside it. They are trying to use those ults as almost spam. Okay, a chance. But Berlin's managed to just walk right past, and then nothing's going the way of T1 right now. Okay, finally, Ban has managed to find a kill. He goes running through. Somehow catches Yuikor off guard, and this looks even again. In fact, even in favor of T1.
That doesn't last very long, does it? The neck-and-neck fight down to Lysor with 40 HP. Sure, Saya's low, but not going to kill him with your to lose that. But the one upside, their ult economy's looking pretty good. Just take a look at Ban. Okay, the first one was good. That spurs him on to run through a wall, take that kill, and that's how he closes it. Same thing, just wide swing.
You can see it in this round. Come on, now their opponents are on the other foot. The thing is, though, similarly to T1, they managed to make it work with a Blade Storm, Reckoning, Viper's Pit thrown through. Well, now they have the ult spam themselves. Seeker's back online for the second time. They even have a Viper's Pit, Blade Storm, and Reckoning of their own. So much that they could play with, a lot of potential in this round. The fact is, though, T1, again, taking their time. And they have Seekers of their own. So if they can get this down to a closer scenario, maybe spot out the gamble, this could still be their round.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not out of the question just yet. Plenty to play for, but the rotation towards A coming in from Berlin. Flash has found contact, that cancels the rotate. Berlin will still be here. That Viper's Pit's causing problems. Now only one avenue of approach if they do want to take this to B. They've lost all the control on A side. They go back and go through that teleporter. They're in trouble. It has to be the B commitment. Seeker's on the way, flash through, and the dash soon to come in. They're trying to deal the damage with weaker weapons, and it's not easy. Berlin makes it look that for the first, but look at the follow-up. T1 just grouping together, sticking as a team, and trading every single one, if even.
Yeah. And the problem is as well, Yuikor, like his flank initially might have worked out, but it's been so much time on the clock that the space just isn't really worth it. Reckoning available, but I'd be surprised if they use it, and now he has to try and do it all.
Blocking sight.
Bladestorm 1v3 is certainly not the easiest. He's dodged the flash at least, but look at that. Another falling behind that wall for a second or two to let the flash fade away. Saya player's already in there. He's already taken the space, and his teammates are flooding in with him. The pressure is incredible that T1 are able to apply. So far, FPX haven't really found a reliable solution. Here's their chance with the B side under threat yet again, but there's a lot of utility on A that's stopping them from rotating fully.
Yeah, the thing is now, though, having that Reckoning. But that was the main goal of this round, just try and make sure that they get that ultimate online. You can set up wonderfully to take in that space, and then having a Reckoning comboed with a Dizzy and maybe a Sky Flash as well. It's almost impossible to dodge everything that they have. 3 players, though, ready and waiting. Saya, immediate dash! And while Lysor's just been decimated, now the Reckoning coming through as well. This will reveal where his opponents are, spamming through the walls. He has support as well in the form of Carpe. This is looking bleak, and, well, Aya just trying to almost hide at the back of this site. A counter Reckoning being sent through, but with Thrash denying that space, they can't even do anything off it.
Yeah, I don't know where you go from this point. Both flashes still for Aya, can hope to find something, but the showstopper doesn't even land, and Saya players switch places, got inside the cove, fragmented this retake completely, and there's players waiting outside, baiting Carpe, letting him fall. That's fine, because they've got the utility to close this one out. Now they can swing in one at a time, run that clock down, even if they didn't.
Insanity of Saya player, just running around, shooting at people, has support from Carpe and his flashes as well, as they play forward in the post plant, and then you just have Zeta basically sat at the back just going, so many layers to what T1 are doing that FPX, at least at the moment, have no response.
That's it, like we're saying, this defensive side, the full aggression out of T1, the burst plays have been working. When it falls back to retaking the site, there's always that extra element thrown in from T1. Now Saya player has his dash. First kill, not going to be found. Down to 45. Yeah, he needs the heal immediately. The wall wasn't in the way, who knows?
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. But even still, it's what they can do with this. Aya's actually gone for a Guardian as well, so a slightly heavier investment for him and a chance for Recall to do some damage, but not this time around. They're going to be building into this one, and Saya, he's just so confident playing around his own utility, almost just lurking, waiting for the flash, and it's a little bit labored on the spray, but he will get the opener nonetheless.
Full control. Viper post plant, 2 snake bites for Zeta. Not here to help out Saya player who's been dropped. Carpe falls, Ban's gone. Now this is going to be a close round with Zeta falling. It's all crumbled. The side of T1, finally we see a problem. Lysor right low on the edge. What a shot from Munchkin. He thinks it was being defused, but the other player was inside the orb, but no.
A single rifle that they had, but wow, I don't even think the Guardian was the main point of call. It was Yuiko, the first shot whiffing, but from then on it was just...
Still time to build that up to 6-6. Let's see what FPX's response is. B players falling back. They sense the aggression. Operator from Yukon not going to find anything. He's bailing. Seekers are hunting down his teammates. Berlin still able to hold strong, but left on super low HP. He won't get out alive. But is there a follow-up? A follow-through from FPX. Saya players up close yet again. But it's traded. Aya again able to take down Saya player, potentially end his streak on the A side. A shot missed for FPX though. Munchkin's only 10 HP, but it's enough. Now he can buy even more time sitting in that corner. Flash back online. It'll be used fairly soon, you'd imagine. Oh, it better be. That snake bite's close, and it's got him. Great positioning on that utility. But the time is still going to be an issue. They need to find these final players blinded. Aya knows there's a player around the corner, but he's blinded himself. Even still lands the shot, but he's got more to do. Another player to take down, and it's Ban. Consistently hitting.
Just somehow, maybe off sound, actually manages to hit the headshot. There's still not enough. Ban has looked fantastic enough to potentially go for a hero rifle. I think it's a hero rifle with no shields, which is definitely a bit of an obscure choice.
Well, the Bladestorm picked up as well. You saw T1 with a really nice strat. We've seen it before, the Cloud Burst to dodge the flash at the start. Element of surprise is the hope. Okay, Two knives already expended. A headshot needed soon. Berlin's found it on the Saya player. There's the Blade Storm not finding the kill, but it doesn't matter. Once they keep thinning out these T1 numbers, the lighter weapons, the pistols, seem so dangerous. And with T1 now in a 3v3, a 3v2, a 3v1, I don't know how they've managed to recover, but Lysor is left alone.
Yeah, at this point, I think Munchkin might have him dead to rights. Even gonna push forward back into that corner. Trying not to give him any ground, although, there you go. Pistol will give it away. Zeta playing passive, up top, not gonna find anything. The last round as well, but definitely a peculiar decision.
Yeah, he invested a bit more in full shields last round, knowing he'd have that Blade Storm online. Comes at a cost, obviously.
Here.
You see that cost right here and now. Operator held. But he's not going to be given an opportunity to find an open fight. Side player instead just neutered in the early round. Haven't been able to grab that orb just yet. But I'm not sure either of these players is too keen to pick it up. If it was a showstopper, maybe. But they're 3 away.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. There's 2 players that are 1 away from an ult, and neither of them are in the spot to actually challenge for the orb. So it's evidently not something they plan to fight for. Saya player.
There's a flash.
Always scary, the flash. It goes deep, though. They don't expect anybody to be this close. It's the 1-2 punch, but only the one. Saya's all that's needed. But this is a ruse. He's just selling the idea that this is a B hit. The fact is, though, they haven't really fallen for it just yet. The rotation eventually coming. Yuicore spots them down mid. He hasn't been able to connect on it, and he's wrapped on by Zeta. Leaving just to make that one. Saya player has just taken over this round. While Berlin, he's one off a showstopper, but he's gonna need a lot from this one.
Oh yeah, this needs to be one hell of a round. Quick kill, showstopper up, follow through. One of the biggest clutches of Berlin's life. He's running straight into the op to start it. Saya player holding the angle, but Zeta peaks in gameplay from T1. A great first half, set up for success. And funny thing about Ban in that, when he got 1 kill, he was statistically more likely to get a 3K than to end there. Like many beautiful things on their executes. And not even on the first map, but here on Bind, I genuinely felt like FPX, they didn't make massive mistakes. They weren't misplaying it. They were just getting wrecked. And it might just be the same again here in the pistol. T1 have snuck behind them. In fact, using their own wall. FPX are in trouble. They have no idea how many players are coming up behind them. And that's the spike. Disaster strikes despite Berlin claiming control over this part of the map. They've got to go right back to B long to pick up the spike. And there's 3 defenders there.
Yeah, they had nobody watching for that B short push, and well, they've got the A site under their control.
We're going to teleport.
Yeah, if only they had a From the Shadows in round 1 on Omen that they don't have. Yeah, it's a rough position, and the fact is everything is being watched for. I say that, Zeta, he's switching between the 2 angles. It gives an opening, a chance. Yuicore being able to bring things back into a 3v3. Still 40 seconds left on the clock, and they have no ground. They have to try and take their way back in, clearing almost everything as they go. But the fact is, all 3 players
30 seconds left.
are sat back, waiting within this spike. Carpe already going to put another to the death toll, but it's decent trades. Down to the jet battle, but Saya...
They had a fighting chance, but this is how a lot of these rounds have gone. It's one beautiful play for T1, and then the odds are stacked against you. 23 seconds left being called for, 11-3, the likely scoreline, and a near flawless half going to be needed for FPX. And you know, like you say, Tom, it's very strange. Light shields on Nichao, Yukal, and Lysor both playing the Sheriffs. No shields.
Maybe gives him a slightly better chance of a plant. I don't know. I'm trying to find a reason. He has managed to do some damage with this classic in the past.
2K last time.
Yeah, so maybe he just knows he'll make the money back. The money back guarantee, that's what it is.
I'm not so sure about that one. Check the fine print.
We'll see.
So they're leaving their options open again. Yukal going to be moving back towards B, spotting for aggression, meaning they can teleport if they need to later if he finds a pick. But with these weak weapons, really, you are just hoping for a big mistake to be made. Flash through from Aya, gets him absolutely nothing. Didn't even make it through the smoke himself before he was spammed down. The teleport, they're not committing. Oh, okay, well that's actually worked out nicely. They kind of thought the other player had fallen back already or was out of here. Instead, the punish there as the utility goes through the teleporter. Damage already decent. Whiffed shots too. FBX have a serious chance. If they had rifles recovered, you'd feel a lot better. But if Lysor keeps this up, he might not need it. That's 4 kills with a Sheriff. And it's leaving it just onto Ban. Consistent clutcher for this squad. His multi-kills have been incredible, but Lysor wants the ace. He's hungry for it. Down to just 36 HP, and it's stolen away.
Come on, Reyna. Honestly, because I could tell you for free that this round had absolutely nothing to do with Viper utility. This was all about just him managing to land headshot after headshot.
3 out of 4.
A crazy round. Was on the board almost immediately, and on the other side of things, well, it's a mixed bag. It's a jumble sale.
That was a headshot. Zeta already down to 10 HP. Don't think he'll be lasting too much longer. Players in the teleporter coming to help, but there's no one left to help. 10 HP and 4 more players to take down. The friends.
Showstopper not too far away. There is a lot of potential ultimates for them in this round. Early utility use though. Straight away the high tide to delay any attempted B push and a flash put through it as well. But it hasn't really garnered much information for Team 1. Very passive in the early stages of FPX in this.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully cautious. One mistake here, and everything could fall apart. Even their flash is up for Aya, so you're expecting a much, much slower round out of this attacking side. The fights do come through, though. That was Berlin looking for some of his own space on B, and he has certainly cracked that control open. You're gonna see Munchkin move back in, fill the position, see that nobody's here. That keeps them with 3 players on the A site. The read is perfect for the side of T1. The weaponry is here. 1 player spotted, a second firing off from heaven, and they've spotted Carpet up close. That was my concern. Maybe he'd slip underneath the radar, but nobody does.
It's just an execution. Uicore managing a double, and Berlin as well. At first kill he got looked like he stole Boaster's res. It was so clean, but for now at least, Munchkin just left on the other side of the map wondering what happened. It's like we stacked up the A site and not a single kill coming through. I like it from FPX. Again, very explosive in its stance, and as you said, like in terms of the setup, sending Thrash through early and having basically all that Viper utility to try and delay, it didn't work out.
See ya, buddy.
Nishao's not going to catch him, unfortunately. Munchkin
Lysor might, though.
Carrying forward that rifle. Yeah, it's not guaranteed. Lysor's got a really good position moving through the spawn. Yukaw's just gone for the teleport. They've got him pinched, but they don't down. Munchkin, he did catch him. So Munchkin's going to carry that weapon through to the next round.
Yeah, at least something. T1 actually going to be taking a fairly early pause, but it's understandable. Probably shaken.
I'm going to flash in or use my Tiger and spot out if they're still around here. It's been good for the control. This guy on the other side of Aya has just been incredible when it comes to individual ability. His flashes are scary. And Munchkin, Saya, and Zeta down. Look, there was only 1 rifle between the 3 of them. That's now left on the floor for nobody to retrieve.
This is the thing as well. FPX are directly reacting to what they attempted in round number 3. Like, it was that double split where they pushed up through showers and then had the TP and a flash through it. So they're sat all the way back in their spawn. They're expecting that sort of play. So I feel like T1 almost need to try and adapt a little bit to how they're playing some of these anti-ecos, because that was a little bit too telegraphed for their opponents. And now, well, after their patience being rewarded, they can now just go into this A site relatively for free. Not really anything here. They know that Ban rotating has managed to find a rifle, and he's always good for a few, but not this time. And as said, Uicore, he really is starting to come online.
Yeah, even if it's just up against these pistols, it's a big confidence builder for T1, though. It could swing either way. I do like the idea, but realistically, from what we where they would be baiting you into those rotations with the very objective of finding a push like they just did in the previous
It's going to be
round.
another pacey hit. I think it is. This time the double duel is together. A lot of damage being taken. Showstopper utilized off the back of it. They are trying to throw these ults in, but Carpe's done very well. He's actually managed to claim control of the spike, and this will have a rotation coming back from his teammate through the teleporter. Zeta already finding another, but Lysor's still there, still fighting.
Yeah, going down's not the biggest deal, though, realistically, especially when Munchkin is going to reoccupy this spot just moments later. A great angle to fight for, but oh, that's a spanner thrown into the works. Lysor kept back for just a moment. Thinks maybe they've snuck in. It'll run the clock down, but there's 55 seconds. There's still time. Rotation. Carpe on his way back around.
I like this.
Clearing out middle. And while they waste their time getting this spike and trying to avoid these shots in the dark, these players on T1 are set up for the post plan, or for even the plant attempt. Maybe not. Swinging in early, and he's found the kill for his trouble. The worst part is that pit doesn't cover the site, so it's basically going to go down if you commit to the plant. And, well, certainly if Lysor falls, which seems to be just moments away, ever vigilant, not giving him that fight. Well, they weren't all giving him that fight. Carpe certainly was. He's isolated the correct duel. Game sense off the charts somewhere.
We'll just take over one of these rounds. The thing is, though, I really like the patience, again, from T1. Like, Munchkin, you can watch the majority of this round. He doesn't move. It's made it impossible to plant. And now, the defense, they've got that operator online. It's the same on the other side, though. And Yukor is not shying away from this fight. He has no support here. He's just going to look to peek this completely dry. And, well, I'm not going to lie to you, kind of got what he deserved.
Side player not going to miss those shots all too often. Here's Ban locking down Bathroom. He's tucked in the right corner. And Nijao has no idea, no iota on this play being made. Now it depends. Will Ban get curious for information? Will he swing? No, that's what Carpe is here for. It's going to be a double swing. Dealing with Nijao easily. Locking the control and now focusing back towards the push that's coming in. The flash up top confirms players are here. Although they'll be blocked out by this wall, that's the intention for T1, to be able to reposition, get Carpe back to the site. With plenty of ultis to work with, but they won't want to expend them here. A 12th round on the cusp of being theirs.
How do you even plant
Crash
here?
maybe from Carpe could come through.
This is impossible. Like, you have to kill someone before getting a plant. Even Munchkin still surviving. Thrash going through, maybe a little bit early. And somehow they managed to fight two back. A warbang. Throw a Thrash. It's ridiculous from Carpe. I don't know how he's getting away with the frags he's finding, but now Aya is all that's left. Maybe hoping for a late dash through, but there's nothing he can really do here. Look how passive Carpe is after huge individual play. He waits patiently. He's going to send Little Bro through. Finally, he'll go down, but he's already won the round. His sacrifice will give T1
their bases in case the push comes through spawn or something wild happens. FBX were given no opportunity. And I do agree, that ulti probably came in a little bit earlier, but what a recovery with that 2K, his third, indeed, of the round. In towards Bath, and then I have to agree with you, Tom. You know, 5 chances to close it out. Ultis can be cycled already. The aggression. Look at that from Saya. He won't find the reward, but they're not punished either. An opportunity is denied. We'll see what the response is from the side of FBX. They've been denied any control over B, and that control is actually being retaken now by T1. The A site is their new objective. And this time, they're not going to be sending Nijao alone through Bath. They're double-checking there's not a bit of a nasty crossfire about to come through.
I've got your trail.
Oh, here goes the execution. Carpe under some serious pressure. Dizzy thrown out to try and slow them down. In fact, he's spamming everything. He knows that they're trying to run him down. They know he's in that corner, but it's his teammates they should be worrying about. Zeta already, Aya desperately trying to cling to life, but it is done. T1 will be the ones heading back to that decider match.